Why is this going on and where's all the money going? Howard Cox, founder of FairFuelUK, great friend of this programme. He's joining us now. Howard, morning to you. What's this about? Is it those wretched Saudis?
Yes, but in fact it's OPEC Plus, which includes Russia. So they've got their fingers on the actual production button, and they're basically cutting supply, cutting production because they will increase profits. It's as simple as that. But the worst thing, Andrew, about this is that we've got a body that we've actually got the Competitions and Market Authority agreeing we should put in place. My thing I've recommended called Pump Watch, a consumer price regulatory body. And at the moment, pump prices, I mean, the fuel supply chain are making huge amounts of profits, and they're growing at the moment. Now, why have we not got Pump Watch in place? Jeremy Hunt promised he would do this. So what's going on? So I'm writing to the Energy Secretary, Ms. Coutinho, to say what's going on.
And why haven't they intervened, in your view?
Well, my view is because they're scared of the oil companies and scared of the fuel supply chain, because what they don't seem to understand, 37 million drivers vote, and this is an important vote winner. Pump Watch is an important opportunity for next year's general election for them to actually stand by the motorists and get rid of all these anti-driver policies, particularly this lottery of pricing in the fuel supply chain.
We were really hoping, Howard, this autumn we'd start to see these prices come down again. People were optimistic, but they did come down, and it was quite noticeable at the pump that they'd gone down. When might we see them go down again, or is it impossible to say at the moment?
Well, my sources are telling me, it is impossible to say, Beverly, unfortunately, but my sources are telling me that we might have reached the peak of oil prices. They're looking at something like $12 since the beginning of August. It's gone up, and the pound is also weaker. So obviously sterling has made a difference in terms of actually the price of petrol too. But I understand that oil will probably be stabilising around the sort of $90 mark over for the next, well, probably the next couple of months.
Go on,
no, I was going to say, how much now does this mean the average motorist is going to have to pay to fill up their car?
Well, the average motorist, you can just see, we're looking at £1.55, £1.56 average for diesel and petrol. They're not far between the thing. You multiply that by something like 55 litres for the average car, you can see that. But it's gone up £4 to £5 in the last month. And that hurts in the living crisis. But the government are also looking, don't forget, we're not far away from an autumn statement, and I'm hearing things, they're looking at putting up fuel duty. If they did that, that would be political suicide on a seismic scale.
Well, they're pretty good at that.
Howard, you want to be London Mayor for the Reform Party. Where are we at with ULEZ at the moment? There's been a few, it feels like around the country, there's been a few wins in your direction, and what I mean by that is that the assessments of whether they were going to work or not didn't, and they were scrapped. I'm thinking Cambridge in particular.
Yes, you're dead right. Cambridge have actually woken up and smelt proverbial coffee. We're seeing up in Scotland, in Glasgow, they actually introduced ULEZ, and yet pollution went up. And those are the sorts of things we're seeing more and more. There's more anti-ULEZ protests. The drivers' anger is palpable. I've had a couple of wins in terms of recently got into the press regarding Noel Wilcox, who actually found out that the ULEZ and LEZ signs are illegal, they're unlawful. And I've got another exclusive coming out this Sunday, so watch this space.